Cody Rhodes and Gunther put on a masterclass of a technical wrestling match at Crown Jewel. Let's take a look at how that match played out. Cody Rhodes has been able to put on some beautiful matches ever since being out of that bloodline vortex that he was sucked into for so long after winning the belt. Think about his match with AJ, his match with Kevin, all so good. He has put on some of the best matches for the WWE since he has won that title. Now, this matchup with Gunther is something that I didn't expect to see at this moment. I'm very excited about the Crown Jewel Championship and the possibilities for next year to see who could hold these belts, because it's very much an air. There's a lot of time left between this Crown Jewel and the next one. Gunther is one of WWE's top talents and a rising star, as he hasn't been on the main roster for that long. He's been on the main roster a little over 3 years now and held the Intercontinental Championship for a mass majority of that time. However, I do believe at Crown Jewel next year we will be seeing Gunther face off with someone else. I don't believe that Cody will hold this belt for that long. I do believe Cody will hold it till Mania for sure, but till Crown Jewel, I expect somebody to take it from him. Gunther, on the other hand, is someone you expect year-long reigns with, and he has excelled at pushing whatever belt he's held for that time to the absolute highest it could ever possibly be. The Intercontinental Championship belt became something that everybody wanted when he was the one holding it. You had challengers coming out of the woodworks and taking on Gunther and giving him the best that they could give him, and he still came out on top every single time up until Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. There's been a lot of talk before this match because both men are the top champions for each brand. They both would cut promos on each other, and Gunther, being an amazing heel, has cooked Cody on a handful of occasions. He stated multiple times that he was going to make Cody tap out to the sleeper hold, and he almost got him. He had him a handful of times in the hold, but Cody somehow managed to get out every single time. Now, like I said in the intro, this was a technical masterclass. You don't see Cody Rhodes in these technical matches very often. He's been in a lot of very story-based matches and performed extremely well and had very good results from these story-based matches. But the technical side of him is something that you don't get a ton. I was extremely surprised by his ability. Not that I didn't think he could do it, but just like I said, you don't see it very often, so it was kind of a surprise. Gunther, on the other hand, is a master of the technical style, and so I wasn't as shocked to see him do very well at technical wrestling. Now, Cody does have a background in amateur wrestling, as he was a high school amateur wrestler and a very good one at that. But a lot of this match was done on the mat. It was a very hold-heavy and very grapply wrestling match, and it was so much fun to watch. Mostly because you just didn't know who was about to get the upper hand. They both wrestled around with each other a lot, and it seemed to swap back and forth between the two very quickly, as they both are very good at technical wrestling. About halfway through the match, you would get a break, and they would start to do a more upright, classic wrestling style match, which was just as fun to watch as the technical portion. Now, Gunther would continually go for the sleeper hold, and Cody would continually work his way out of it, thinking of new and inventive ways to get out of it. And that ended up being the downfall of Gunther. He relied so heavily on it, it gave Cody enough times to think of, how do I counteract this to get the win? And he did it pretty impressively by just rolling over. I don't believe I've ever seen a sleeper hold turned on someone like that, and so it was super interesting and pretty cool way to end this match. And I'll be honest with you, I could watch this match 100 times and not get bored. They both have such a high in-ring ability that any match you put both of them in, I believe, will be good. And I do sincerely hope that we get more matches out of them in the future. It doesn't have to be for a title belt. It doesn't have to be a champion versus champion. I would just love to watch them go one-on-one maybe 5 or 6 more times before the end of their careers. I do believe we will get that, though. I believe that Gunther's rise to the top will be interwoven with Cody's desire to be the top. I don't think that this is the last time they will ever face off, and I cannot wait for the next time that they do. Now, this might come as a shocker to some who have been watching the channel for a little while, but I gave this match 100 out of 100. A 5-star match. This was the best match of the night and one of the best matches from WWE this year. It is without a doubt a 5-star match. I loved it. I will go back and watch this again. It'll be the reason why I watch Crown Jewel. I want to watch the entire thing to build up to this moment. They both performed so well and at such a high level that this match has got to be in the top matches of the year for the WWE. This match was so good. There's just not enough words for me to say how good it is other than you have to watch it for yourself. It is well worth any time that you take to find it, and is well worth the time that you take to sit down and pay attention to two of the world's best professional wrestlers right now go one-on-one for the Crown Jewel Championship. Now for the high, I've already talked about this a little bit, but it is both of them being able to use their technical skill to that level. It was something that I had never seen out of Cody. You see it just a smidgen. You can see it a smidgen. I'll take that back. But it's not something you see for this long during a match. They went much longer on the mat than I expected them to, and it was way more fun than I thought it would be to watch. When you watch these Cody matches, you expect a lot of emotion and somewhat of a portion where he becomes an underdog in his own championship match. But this one didn't really have that sort of emotion behind it. It was very much two gladiators going one-on-one for the ultimate prize. There was no challenge for his belt, and so he just fought like he would fight to win a belt. And it was so much fun to watch and so awesome to see. As far as my lows go, I don't have any. I think this match was perfectly paced. I think the time was perfect. I think everything about it was perfect. I could have gone either way for the winner. I think either one of them deserves this accolade. But I do believe that Cody could use it more in his career at this moment than Gunther could. And that is it for Crown Jewel, as this was the last match of Crown Jewel. We'll be doing Survivor Series, NXT Deadline, and Saturday Night Main Event in this exact same way. So be on the lookout and tune in for my next video that will be Friday. It will be focused on something outside of Crown Jewel for a change. So be on the lookout, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.